Hi, I'm Julia and this is my shed. So today I'm going to show you how to prepare an Ellie steam tram ready for steaming. So what we're basically going to do is empty the water out of the displacement lubricator and top it up with steam oil. We're going to put water in the boiler, and we're going to put methylated spirits in the tank. Then we'll get that lit and we'll see if we can get it to run on steam, which is today's plan. I'll also show how to lubricate it all as well, so we'll probably do that bit first. Okay, so you just saw me empty the displacement lubricator. I used a syringe to suck up the water. This design of displacement lubricator doesn't have a drain cock on it, so you have to use a syringe just to get the water out. And then I've topped it up with steam oil from my nice Rylang oil container. So the next job is to fill up the boiler with water. So that's the boiler filled with water. As you can see, I'm using one of these pump action water bottles. It just makes things a bit quicker than using a syringe, but you can use a syringe as well. So the boiler's got water, we've got oil in the lubricator. The last thing to do is to put meths in the meths tank. What I will do is, while I've got the steam oil, I will put a bit on the cylinders here just to provide a bit of lubrication initially. So I'm pulling the cylinder off its port face and just dribbling a bit of steam oil in, and that'll just give it a bit of initial lubrication until the lubricator starts working. Okay, so let's carry on. So somebody suggested trimming the wicks a little bit, so I'm just using some side cutters there. 40 millilitres of meths just does the trick. So last job now is just to lubricate the chassis nicely so that there's no friction. Okay, so that's the chassis lubricated. So we'll now try and light the fire and see how we get on. Still quite yellow, but there is a lot of meths right at the top of these tubes at the moment, so hopefully that will calm down in a moment. We'll put the loco over the this is the clip that holds the tank in place, so I'll pop that in next. There we go. So I'll make sure the regulator's shut. That's all good. We'll pop it up onto wooden blocks so that we can run it with less friction for now. I need to open the door of the workshop. So now we've got steam pressure, I'm trying to start the motor, and what I'm finding is that the motor won't start unless you really give it the flywheel a really good spin. But the flywheel's quite low down in the chassis, and it's surrounded by really hot pipes and boiler and so on, so it's actually really fiddly to get to. So I think that there may be a problem with the motor here, but eventually I managed to get it running fast enough that it would actually run on steam. The nice thing you can see here is that the steam separator is working really well. So we've got oily water dribbling from the bottom, and then we've got fairly dry steam coming out the top. I'll put my hand over it, you can see it's nice and clean. So that's working really well. So we'll let that run on steam for a while. I'm starting to wonder if the spring isn't tight enough, because we're losing a lot of steam around the steam ports. I might have to put this outside because I'm steaming up my workshop here. We're running at I think about 30 psi at the moment. That seems to be maintaining that. Oh. It really struggles to start though, that's the trouble. It just locks at top dead centre. I'm really having problems with that at the moment. Because once it locks at top dead centre, it's too hot to actually move it anywhere else. So I eventually got it restarted, but you really need quite thick gloves because there's just so much around the flywheel that's going to burn you. Okay, so that was a fairly successful run on steam for the first time. So plus points are that when it was running, it sounded pretty good. The steam separator is working fantastically. We're getting very clean steam coming out the top of the exhaust here, and then all the steam oils coming out the bottom pipe, so that's working really well. I'm finding it very difficult to start the loco. What seems to happen is that the piston gets to bottom dead centre, and it's still pressurised, which suggests the ports are still open, and it basically just locks in the bottom dead centre position, which and you know, then it makes it very difficult to turn the motor over to actually get it to spin. So I'm not quite sure what's caused that. The pivot screw has got a bit of movement, so I'm wondering if, you know, I'm not sure if you can see that, but if let's bring you a bit closer. But basically, I can move the cylinder backwards and forwards a few mil, and I'm wondering if that means is that the ports are actually staying open when they shouldn't do. But basically, once it gets into this locked up state, you have to turn the regulator off, you have to roll it backwards, and it's quite difficult to move the flywheel, because we've got a really hot steam pipe here, and we've got a really hot boiler cladding here. The lubricator is quite warm, and obviously this is hot as well, so you're surrounded by hot things, and you really can't get to the flywheel to spin it up. So I think that's quite a problem, really. It makes it very difficult to get the motor started at the moment. So yeah, so I'll be interested in people's thoughts on this one, because I'm a bit flummoxed. It's just really difficult to start the motor. Once it's started, it runs fine, but you just struggle to get it to turn over. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. So anyway, reasonable success. We've had some steam running. Filled the workshop with steam, so I've got the extractor on now. So hope you enjoyed that. Like, share, subscribe. Please comment any ideas. I'm gladly received at the moment, because I'm a bit flummoxed. And I'll see you in the next one.